All right. Now, there's a lot of people in the industry who don't really get involved in this kind of shit, but Metro Boomin is the latest of the allegation theory. Okay. I don't know why hip hop is going through such a time period like this where everybody's getting hit with these cases. End of year stuff, fourth quarter stuff for the music business. He just came off a big album, and you have a woman by the name of Vanessa Lemester, whatever her name is. Sorry if I didn't pronounce her, but you're gonna call her Vanessa for the sake of this video. She's saying that Metro Boomin did some unregulatory, unsanitary, unqualified, uncalled for acts to her off of some of the pills. Now, what I'm trying to understand is who is this woman and where she came from, because all of this sparked in 2016. All right, so now it's 2024, so that's almost what, 2016, 4 years ago. 2020, what, 10 years ago almost. It's almost 2025. So this is 9 years ago that this happened, and she waited 9 years. Now, in the law, you can kind of wait as long as you need to. Sometimes in some of these cases, especially in New York, that's why a lot of people are coming out from even 2002 with allegations against Diddy. So what happens here is, I guess in Los Angeles, woman filed a lawsuit alleging that if Metro don't trust you, we gonna shoot you. He's a Grammy nominated producer. You know, he's worked with some of the biggest people. We know he just did a song with Future. That's been Future's guy. That's been Future's Ride or Die. We know their journey, but they're trying to call this a shakedown, right? So Vanessa is a 38-year-old woman. She says in a lawsuit that she became friends with Metro, whose legal name is Leland Wayne, after the death of her 9-month-old son. Rest in peace. While visiting him in his studio months later, I guess they did a studio session. They hung out. Somehow, she blacked out and woke up with Mr. Boomin on top of her, right? Trying to boom the yeeks, no pun intended. Now, she learned she was pregnant from this situation a few weeks later. Somehow she ends up pregnant. And you know what I find interesting is that with the whole pregnancy thing, some people can get, this is my first red flag, is that some people can very well get pregnant on the first try, but I want to see what percentage of people get pregnant on the very first try, because there has to be multiple factors that go into this. 30% of people get pregnant on the first time. It could take up to a year or longer for most people. So conception in the first month occurs for about 30% of people attempting pregnancy. Now, the odds of this really happening are very, very high. Okay, I mean very, very low. I mean that's basically 30% every 3 out of 10 people. So she would have to be extremely lucky to just get pregnant off the rip. First time linking up with Metro, just gets pregnant. But anyways, so his attorney, Metro's attorney, immediately denied these allegations. I mean, of course, that's what you're gonna do. They're calling it a shakedown. They're saying these are false accusations. Lawrence Hinkle II said in a statement, Mr. Wayne refused to pay her months ago, which is Metro Boomin, by the way, and he refuses to pay her now. So Mr. Wayne, Metro Boomin will defend himself in court. He will file a claim for malicious prosecution once he prevails. Now, so what I'm trying to understand is, it sounds like this was a shakedown. If she's been approaching Metro for money weeks ago, now this is the same thing that has happened to a lot of people. She is a self-proclaimed author. She had put out a book. Now there's Donald Trump lost the lawsuit one time with the lady that she claimed, did some sexual assaults to him, and it ended up turning into defamation, because when it was pronounced that he didn't actually do the thing and it was just some other type of assault that ended up coming out, she ended up winning a defamation lawsuit because she lost money from not being truthful of what she tried to sue him for. So a lot of people do this, and it doesn't really make much sense to me. If you're trying to shake somebody down for money, it could be one of two things. It could be she trying to shake him down to say, I'm not going to sue you for what you did to me, or trying to shake him down and say, I'm going to allege that you did this to me, because this was almost 9 years ago. This is 2016. It is now 2024, about to be 2025. Now, Vanessa said that in the suit that she met Wayne in the spring of 2016 at a party in Vegas. Now, in the months that followed, they met up several times that she believed that they had bonded over the ability of music to help people in their darkest moments. Now, I don't know Metro Boomin. Do I think Metro Boomin was being a therapeutic producer for this woman and just bringing her to the studio and making therapeutic music? So around September, she visited him in California, recorded studio, where she was given a shot of alcohol and took a half bar of Xanax. This is what they're saying. She took some Xanax. It doesn't sound like Metro forced her to take a Xanax. Sound like she was willing to take a Xanax. Now she's saying, Miss Vanessa says the next thing she can recall is waking up in a bed in a different location than where she fell asleep at, with Metro on top of her, doing the thing, and being completely unable to move or make a sound. Now, I've never heard of Xanax doing that. Does Xanax make you unable to move? I've never heard of Xanax doing that. No, Xanax is not known to cause any long-term side effects. So she was in and out of consciousness for an unknown amount of time, but woke up again at the same point to Metro now performing oral on her. All right, so let's just be real about this. Two things that I'm thinking. Maybe she was lit and they've been already, and this is why I say men and women can't be friends. If they were hanging out, they met at a party in 2016 in Las Vegas, and in the months that followed up, they met several times. Maybe there's a lot of confusion in the air. Maybe, this is why I personally don't hang around people who cannot handle their alcohol, who do not perform well when they're intoxicated, because situations like this very much end up happening. Look at the countless athletes who hang around white women, and next thing you know, all these sexual assault things are happening when they probably were both two consenting adults. Things happened, and now they can spin the narrative. So I'm not justifying it, but this is why me personally, I don't hang around anybody when they get intoxicated or do drugs and they fall asleep. I don't even hang around people who hang around females that do that. That's a big no-no for me. When you're a person who gets too lit, falls asleep, and passes out anywhere in front of people, I don't really want much to do with you. I would try my best to help you, but I try my best to keep myself away from you overnight on any type of situation where you're falling asleep around me, because anything could happen, okay? So she learned she was pregnant a few weeks later, and there was no question that the child was Wayne's, the suit says. She had an abortion soon after. So clearly she wasn't after that bag because she would have kept the baby. It's alleging a sexual battery and a gender violence, and she's seeking damages of, I believe what she's seeking payment for is emotional trauma. And I saw something about her. This is her, Vanessa. And, thank you, Twitter, because they're going to find this. And it says a little bit about her. Vanessa path has been unconventional. Broken from years of childhood's essays, not having a father to protect her, and the ultimate lack of self-worth. She woke up at the age of 25 as a lost soul, having dated a mix of men, including prominent celebrities who didn't respect her worth. Deciding to wake up and step into her path, Vanessa began to practice yoga, spiritually enlightening herself through a series of texts before suffering a tragic loss of her son, Camden, at 9 months, which they just previously talked about. Throughout her journey, Vanessa, a shaman, provides inspirational insights on topics of motivation, grief, and loss, psychedelic advocacy, diversity, and inclusivity in spirituality. So if she's a psychedelic advocate, I don't see how she's going unconscious off of Xanax, all right? She's a scholar, has attained an MA in resilient leadership, which is a focus on sustainability and social justice. She's an author, a well-poised inspirational speaker, a shaman, philanthropist, advocate, and entrepreneur. And a lot of people are saying that they don't believe her off the sole fact that they speculate she plays with tarot cards. Now, I don't believe that is the biggest determining factor of whether this can be a believable situation or not, that she plays with tarot cards. But, the woman is almost 40. This was 9 years ago. When people do this kind of stuff, it always makes me wonder, why did they wait so long? And when you have people who are claiming that they tried to get money out of you, they extorted you, I want to know what it took so long. But now, this is what people are trying to speculate, that Metro Boomin rapped about it in a song. This is where rappers always fuck up. Now, I don't know if this song came out at the time, right? So he says, I'm gang banging, gang, and I'm dangerous, hey. Smith & Wesson in the stainless, woo. Brand new Rari skirt, I'm finna paint it, yeah. She took a Xanny, yeah. Then she fainted, yeah. I'm from the gutter, ayy. Ain't no changing, nah. This is not a good look. This was the nail in the coffin. When you said this, you have this, and she speculated that she took a Xanny and fainted, then you rap about it in the song. Now we got to put two and two together. Now, this song, I believe, is called 21 Savage and Offset. But the thing is, Was Metro Boomin rapping? Oh wait, so Rap Saved Me. That is 2017, so that's a year after. I don't know if Metro Boomin was actually rapping, but if he was, I've never heard Metro Boomin really rap. But that's too much of a coincidence in time. When you put those lyrics out in 2017 and this happened allegedly in 2016, that's not a good look, Metro, at all. But I guess we got to see where this case goes to. She's a very hard person to find on the internet. It's very little stuff about her. She even has a book, but the whole internet is, oh, this is her book right here, I believe it is. Believe in Your Soul by Vanessa. And Real Talk and Platform Close. Yeah, this is her book right here. So she's an author. Believe in Your Soul is a self-help book, unconventional tool when your life takes unexpected turns. I believe in being authentic to who you are. Now, I think that she has a tough story if all that stuff is correct what she went through. I don't wish SA on anybody. I really don't. Um, yeah, it references her son again, so she's legit. This is her. And a lot of authors are usually low key. They're very discreet. They keep a lot of their business out of the public eye because sometimes they do ghostwrite stuff. But I don't know. This is very strange. I don't know what's happening in hip hop with all these allegations that are coming out right now. But truth be told, hip hop is a very dirty game. This has been happening since the beginning of time, and people keep trying to act like it's not a real thing. Hip hop is nasty. They do a lot of this. There's a lot of this stuff happening, but people have hush money. We're not gonna sit here and act like this isn't a big deal. We're not gonna sit here and act like Diddy was the only person. You got Russell Simmons. You got all these people that they've been having allegations against in hip hop for the longest time. Do I know if this one is true? I don't. But all we can do is wait. But what I am gonna say is I'm not gonna sit here and act like all these motherfuckers are just heaven on earth because hip hop, the music industry has been full of this kind of stuff since the beginning of time. But y'all let me know your thoughts about that. I'm gone.